I'm Jerry.
I'm Alan.
We are Bourbon Buds. Joining us today is the friend of the channel, Arnett.
Hello.
We're going to talk about, have you ever wondered why some bottles have store pick stickers on them and why some bottles don't? We're going to talk about that and what the differences are. We've got several examples of store picks today. All just happen to be from the Buffalo Trace distillery, but that's just the way it turned out. So we've got several bottles of Buffalo Trace store pick, a bottle of Weller 107, and a bottle of Eagle Rare that we'll be comparing and talking about. Mm-hmm. So what do you think, Arnett, when you think about a store pick, what's special about it? What do you think about it?
Well, so what I like about store picks, I really like using Buffalo Trace as an example because it's one a lot of people have tried who've been into bourbon, or if they're newer into bourbon, it's not so hot that they can't handle it. But it really kind of shows the importance of just the difference in barrels, because we all, as a lot of people know, base Buffalo Trace, just like base Wild Turkey or base Jack Daniels, they're taking a whole bunch of different barrels, mixing them together to get that unique flavor that they're getting, so that you're picking up a bottle of Buffalo Trace, and then next year you're getting a bottle of Buffalo Trace, and you're going to have the same flavor.
Yeah, their goal is to blend those together to taste.
They're trying to get that consistent flavor, that consistent, so that if it's something you like, you can always go back to the shelf and get that same thing.
Right.
Then, as not everyone knows, but most of the people who are into bourbon for very long learn, is that each of the barrels, because it's just a piece of wood and we're putting in grain and water and yeast into this thing, basically, depending on where it's at in the rick house, how porous the wood is, anything like that, with the heat and the cooling that happens with them in the rick houses, the expansion and contraction, it pulls different flavors from the wood from one barrel to the next. That's why they're mixing a whole bunch of different barrels. Not every barrel tastes the same. Some it's awful, and some are really good, and that's where it comes into these store picks. So you'll see single barrels on stuff. It's just these bottles are from that one barrel, and usually that's pretty good, kind of like Blanton's. Most of those are single barrels, if I'm not mistaken, and a few other ones. But then when you go to store picks, like several of these, you'll get somebody at a store, they'll get a few different samples of specific barrels that have more favorable flavors. They'll pick which one they want, and then they'll slap their label on it, and then they'll sell it as a store pick. Sometimes they end up adding a little bit extra to the price. Sometimes that's more of a distiller's specific thing that's more unique flavors to each bottle. It just kind of depends on where they're at.
It also helps with the collectivity.
It does.
Exclusive
it does.
picks.
It's
it's not everybody gets a store pick of Weller 107. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of an exclusive, special kind of thing as well for collectors, if you collect.
Exactly. And the positives are you're getting those different flavors with each one. The negatives are you're getting those different flavors. And once it's gone, it's gone. You can't ever get it again. When it comes to things like Buffalo Trace, all four of these taste similar because they're still the same mash bill. They're still the same thing from the same barrel. But as we taste them, you're going to taste different notes in each one, which I thought was kind of fun. So I've got just a regular Buffalo Trace. Which one is this one? I've got this came out of Macadoodles in Joplin. This one here, I believe, is a High V store pick from the Southside Hy-Vee on Battlefield here in Springfield, Missouri, which the guys over there are wonderful. And then this one is actually the first one of the store picks that I found. I found it in a Casey's gas station in Joplin at 2 a.m, which I thought was kind of funny. I bought it, got out to my car, realized it was a store pick, and then I went in and bought the other 4, and I've given them as gifts. And it's got a very nice flavor to it. So
now the good thing about Missouri is, Buffalo Trace used to be hard to find, just like Eagle Rare and Weller. But Buffalo Trace is now off of the allocation list for Missouri, so it's readily available in most liquor stores in Missouri. Hopefully, Weller and Eagle Rare become that easy to find at some point too, but
eventually, probably.
Unfortunately, not yet.
Yeah.
So we're going to taste each of these bottles. We're going to compare. All of our pours are in order according to our bottle lineups here. So we're going to compare all 4 of the Buffalo Trace pours, and then the 2 Weller 107s, and then the 2 Eagle Rare.
This is the first just base Buffalo Trace.
Base Buffalo Trace.
It's just that classic Buffalo Trace.
Nice.
Baking spice, sweet.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
A great introductory bourbon. It's not too hot.
Inexpensive. Now you
Great
can
flavors. Sweet.
So, like, it's a nice one. It makes it's inexpensive enough, and it's got a nice flavor. It's good to drink if you want to. I know some people have moved past Buffalo Trace to something they like to drink. I still enjoy the flavors in it, and then it also, it makes a nice gift.
And it makes
It's
a nice
inexpensive
cocktail.
enough. It makes
I mean,
a nice cocktail.
something
It
you
makes a
can
nice
mix and not
sipper.
worry about.
It's just a good all around bourbon for a
It
lot
is.
of stuff. So.
All right.
All right,
And,
so this one is I believe this was the Macadoodles pick. Yeah, this is Macadoodles out of Joplin. So this is one where they I think it was an extra $5 or $10 off of the regular base one when I bought it. Now this is all still what was allocated, but
It's funny. The nose on that is like muted. It's
Uh-huh.
not as.
I kind of
dramatic.
noticed like a hint of like just a little bit of banana on the edge of it too, where I don't in the normal one, but it's just like very light.
it's a little dusty for me.
That is completely different. It's
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
as first the original Buffalo Trace. It's
Yeah.
more like a baking spice, but this is you get a little bit of baking spice, but then it's just caramel.
Mm-hmm.
And it
And I don't
doesn't.
think it's
It
as sweet
doesn't
either.
feel even
No.
as proofy. I mean, I know they're both 90 proof,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't feel 90 proof at all.
I don't think it's as sweet as the regular Buffalo Trace either, but it's just interesting in the fact that it's the exact same mash bill in the same kind of barrels. Both of these were bought in the same year.
Yeah.
So logically speaking, they should taste a lot more similar. So it just really showcases that difference from a store pick or a single barrel.
And it showcases the arts of the distiller
Mhm.
and the blender. They have to
Mhm.
blend it
That's
to
it.
what it's supposed to be.
That's it. They're taking all these different barrels and they might mix 700 different barrels to get this flavor and just pieces and parts from each one.
Yeah, isn't that funny how someone's small batch can be so different than, somebody blends a small batch at, 25 barrels, and Buffalo Trace blends a small batch at 250 barrels.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a huge difference. But yet, their base bourbon is so consistent, no matter how, over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't.
It's magic to me. I tell you.
It
what.
is.
So I've told
It is.
several different blenders or distillers that I thought that they were magicians just because of the flavors they're
Yeah.
getting out of this stuff. Because again, we're getting caramel, we're getting bananas, we're getting all kinds of stuff, and it is just water and yeast and grain
And
aged in a barrel. Makes
And this is the High V store pick.
This is the High V
number
one.
3.
This is the Hy-Vee one off the south side.
that one smells
That's
I
got a
think
lot more
this-
nose.
more aromatic.
A lot
Yeah,
more nose.
very, very good. It's a lot sweeter on the nose.
It's not as much as the original Buffalo Trace, but it's more than the
Mhm.
Mac pick.
Now see how much different it is to that next one.
Oh my gosh!
Holy cow!
Let me tell you,
And
the
that's-
boys at High V here in Springfield, they know what they're
They
doing
do.
when they pick a barrel.
They've got we're really fortunate in this area, honestly. So we've got both Hy-Vees. We get some really good store picks.
Macadoodles has some good store picks as
Macadoodles
well.
had
We
some
do
good
have
store picks. I've gotten some decent ones out of the Brown Derby. We've got Whiskey Tango down in Ozark that has always got unique stuff.
glad
they've
you
got
mentioned
tons of
that.
store
Whiskey
picks.
Tango, excellent place for store picks.
So this is the Casey's gas station, which when I first moved here, I had people talking about getting pizza from there, and I was like, "You guys are on crack," because it's a gas station. But I don't know what animal they're getting their cheese from, but that is delicious pizza over there.
Oh, that is delicious pizza.
I tell you what, I like Casey's Pizza more than I like their barrel pick. I'm a big boy. I like pizza. What can I say?
Fine.
However,
But you see how just different each one of these four is.
it
And
is
it's-
different.
And they're all the same juice, basically. So that's why I really like pulling out these four when I'm trying to explain to people about store picks and the importance of them, because you're getting, although this is delicious, you're getting completely different flavors from these, and one's going to match up a little more. Like I feel like this one's a little sweeter than the base one.
right. And still, everybody's palate is
It's a
different.
little smoother, I feel
where-
like too.
Where I might not like a store pick more than the base bourbon,
It's true.
I mean, most of the time store picks are better flavors. Most of the time.
Well, and
But
Yeah,
everybody's different. Everybody's palate's different. I don't care for the Casey store pick. I'd rather have the base bourbon. But the other two store picks are phenomenal. I mean, they're sponsoring stuff for
Yes.
charities. I think they are a charitable
they just got
organization.
their 401c3 or whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that
the charitable-
designation
yes.
is, they are a
Yep.
charitable
So now they're going to be able
organization.
to retain more of the funds that they're bringing in to give out to charities, because none of it's being used for anything in the club other than, like, I don't know if they even use any of it for the events, because every event I've gone to has either been something where people brought in their own bottles, or we went on a field trip and got everybody together and drove up to St. Louis, and it was just a bunch of tours.
Yeah,
So it's
they
not.
they had just
yeah.
actually announced that their bonfire for this year's they had set a date.
Excited about
I haven't
that.
heard any more information than
Excited
that.
about that.
And again, this is my
It'll be
first
fun.
year, so it'll be my first bonfire. But I am super stoked
It should be
about
fun.
going to
A
that.
lot of bottles, a lot of people, a lot of conversations. It'll just be a good time.
That's Bourbon
So,
Society of the Ozarks. If you
yeah.
guys want to check it out, they got a
It's
Facebook page.
Excellent group of people. Every single event's worth it, and just lots of good connections and stuff. But all right, let's continue.
Move on to the Weller. This is the base bourbon Weller 107. And this is supposed to be about 6 or 7 years old. Is it Mash Bill 1?
It is going to be the wheat and mash bill out of Buffalo Trace.
And this is one of my go-to pours. This is absolutely delicious.
Absolutely.
That's good stuff.
Just lots of cherry, spice, vanilla.
Definitely get a red fruit and vanilla on it.
And it's really a step up in flavor. Not that the base Buffalo Trace isn't great because they're from the same distiller, but you're really getting a step up in flavor and complexity. Now the price is going to be more, but the complexity of the flavor, the complexity of the nose, the aftertaste you're getting that just kind of lingers and just shifts and changes as you're
All right.
drinking.
Onto the 107 High V store pick. And then
nose is
again,
really
this is
nice.
Tim and Brandon
Really
and their
cherry.
group of folks from High V.
That is completely different. That's like a cherry cola.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You said you don't like this bottle, and I can take it with me, right?
For the right price, you can take them all with you.
I've been begging Jerry to pop this
that's
bottle
nice.
open just to see what it tastes.
Yeah, when I
Oh,
got
man.
this bottle, I actually hesitated opening it because I haven't opened 107. And I know the difference between a store pick and a regular
So
bottle.
much cherry, it's just coating the
Oh
whole
my
inside of your mouth.
gosh.
But I didn't want to open the store pick. It's like I still have all this regular bottle left. I want to savor this store pick. But for this video, it's like, yeah, we're going to pop that open.
Oh
This is-
my.
That's just coats. There's so much cherry, so much cola. That is wonderful.
That is amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see the difference in the store
Why didn't
pick
you make
is
me
it's
open
like-
this sooner?
I
Yeah.
tried.
Oh, my
That's it, the
gosh.
difference in the store pick. You just get that if it's a good store pick, and again, we're very fortunate. We've got some excellent
Oh,
store
wow.
picks around this
Oh.
area. They've picked some wonderful stuff.
That is.
The flavors on this is so nice. It's still got a lot of the same flavors as the base model of whatever it is, but then it's just so much more to it.
Oh, it's
so
such a
much more
long finish
complexity.
to it, too.
it just
Uh-huh.
coats your palate.
It just
Oh.
immediately coats all through your
just a
palate.
drop of it
Wow.
on your tongue. It just spreads.
Holy
And
moly.
this is definitely
wow.
something you could sit and enjoy for a long time. Just sit
That
there.
is-
That's wonderful.
We need to talk Hy-Vee into doing a store pick of the Weller Full Proof.
That would be amazing.
Oh, my gosh. That is a delicious bottle. Tim and Brandon, you knocked it out of the park. Thank you so much.
All right.
Speaking of, let's move
hit
on to the Eagle
Rare?
Rare. First pour is the standard bottle.
It's the 10-year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I tried the 12-year in Texas, and I feel like I like the 10-year a lot better.
And I believe this
I
is.
just-
You know, you're not the first person that said that.
It was still okay, but man,
I can't speak to it because I haven't
Yeah.
tried it, but absolutely want to try the 12-year.
I only found it one place for purchase, and it was this little gas station, and they wanted $250 for it. And I told them that I politely told them that they were on crack, and I
This
went,
is. I
You
think
know, the-
isn't this 90 proof?
90 proof?
Is it?
I think.
I don't
Yeah.
remember for sure.
No, I think it is.
Is it?
I think our editor will put it up above if it is.
And the right here, Andrew.
Right there.
And the typical Eagle Rare flavor profile. It is a tiny bit grapey for me. I know a lot of people get grape
Still
Laffy
enjoy it.
Taffy and grape all day long. Blah blah blah.
I don't know if I'd go Laffy Taffy.
I have a
but I feel
little
it more like
tiny
on the sides
grape.
of my tongue.
But very very sweet.
Oh,
Typical
It's got
Eagle
a nice
Rare.
sweetness. Yeah,
Which is funny, like we mentioned. It's just wood.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is wood.
Yeah.
I don't get grape on the store pick of the Eagle Rare. I get bubble gum. Bubblicious bubble gum.
It's a lot sweeter.
Oh, that is.
It's very sweet bubble gum to me.
I don't get bubble gum. I get like a caramel, a little bit of like vanilla.
don't know if I'm going bubble gum. I would go maybe a little cotton candy on the side, maybe vanilla.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's more cotton candy than
quite
bubble gum.
but it's just a hint. Just a hint. I'm also like there for a minute as it's going across the back part of my palate. It kind of had like a scotchy flavor to it. So
Man, I mean, night and day difference between the Eagle
Yeah.
Rare store pick and the
Mhm.
Eagle Rare standard bottle. Night and day.
that's it. So it's really like the store picks when you can find them. They make a great addition. If you like something and you've got a place where they've got decent palate, get a store pick. You might like it a lot better. If you don't like it, there's a bunch of people around that you could give it away to a gift or something. It's just really fun to see the different flavors and just enjoy the hobby a lot.
Yeah, and it's also a good thing if you have somebody over that is new to bourbon, you can also show them the difference. You know, this is a regular bottle, this is a store pick. See if they can tell a difference. Even if they can't pick out all the flavors, they can tell a difference between a regular bottle and a store pick.
That's one of the things I've done with these 4 bottles. These two haven't drunk much, but I'm usually just pouring a little bit because it's somebody trying something. It's either people who are into bourbon some that aren't that experienced. When somebody's been in it for a while, they know these things. They just kind of learn them. But if you've got somebody newer or somebody who's not even to bourbon at all, they can still taste the difference in flavors and then understand where the different barrels and the barrel picks, the store picks come from. And it's not just bourbon that's like this. There's rums that are like that. There's tequilas. There's just not quite as much of those things. They don't have that big boom we've had with the bourbon boom. But it's really any of these things that are barrel aged. You're going to get a distinctly different flavor from one barrel to the next a lot of the time, just depending on where it is in the rick house, how porous the wood is, how hot it is outside, if it rained on it, if fire happened somewhere.
And you know, something else I find interesting, I did a tour at the Southern Grace Distillery, the whiskey prison in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. And they actually use sound waves in their rick house. All right. They use all
Knocking
different
more
kinds of
stuff into
genre
the
of
wood, yeah.
music
It's interesting.
at high levels to generate
Vibration in the
vibrations
wood. So I could see
to
that,
move the distillate in and
Interesting.
out of the barrels. And they use the sound wave. Not only, I mean, they also use heat and other things. It is a prison, so they have what do you call that? The hot house, the hot box. So they do some of their distilling in the hot box. This is the distillery that I have, the Conviction 129 Double Oak, which is absolutely the best double oak, in my opinion, in the bourbon world. Brad's Bourbon Reviews kind of pushed me in that direction, and I'm so glad you did. Thank you, Brad. Brad's Bourbon Reviews on YouTube. Check them out. But it's just so funny that it's not just the heat and the cold and the elevations and things like that, but sound waves and ultrasounds and things like that make a big difference in moving whiskey in and out of the barrels, in and out of the wood, and making different flavors. And
it's
different
interesting
profiles.
how many different distillers are trying different things like that. Like I think it's Jefferson Ocean.
Yeah,
Takes them out
Jefferson
on the water.
Ocean, distilled on the ocean.
There's so many different types of shticks that some of these places are doing. Some of it I feel like is a gimmick. Some of it's actually changing things. The sound waves make sense.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, and you're getting so much different stuff. All again, still it's grain and water and yeast and wood, and you're getting these different flavors, aged in different areas, aged in different places. Like we really are living in a renaissance of different spirits right now.
Yeah,
just because there's so
very
many different
artistic
flavors out there. I feel like I'm getting it's almost like a cotton candy cake, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's like
towards it. Once it
I
sits
get a
in your
little
mouth
bubble
for a
gum,
bit,
but like a cotton
once
candy
it
bubble
sits in your
gum,
mouth a little bit, it's kind of like a little bit of cakey,
or like a
doughy
cotton candy cake pop.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Just has that hint of that. Yeah, it's very odd and unique. It's good. It's just not what I would expect.
And this was just opened 2 days ago, so it still hasn't had time to open up.
Yeah, and the 107 I just opened 2 hours ago.
Holy cow, you guys are not kidding about that.
Yeah.
In the end, it's just like cake.
Yeah, it's like this cotton candy cake, which is weird. But I don't know that I'd want to eat a cotton candy cake. But
so, like I said, this video is just to showcase the difference between what's the difference between a regular bottle and a store pick, what the importance of it is, the significance of it. Is it collectible? Is it exclusive? And each store pick is different. one group of people may be a lot better at their palates, be a lot better at store picks than another. And also I think it's important to note that store picks are not always a group of people going to the distillery and choosing a barrel. Store picks are sometimes the distillery sending you 6 samples and saying pick one.
Store pick later on down the future. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to do our own store pick of, our own barrel pick, and have those bottles available to our members exclusively, and then open it to the public at some point. If we don't sell out. Our channel's growing. We appreciate that. Share our channel with your friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate Arnett coming on to the channel today.
It's always fun to hang out with you guys.
Appreciate his input. He'll be back, definitely. He'll be back sooner than you think.
Also, 60 or 70 something of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you just hit that button down below, we would greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
A lot of work.
And also hit like
Hit that
the
It's
button just
difficult.
like right down there. If you could just hit
Right
it,
there,
please,
Andrew.
please.
That's a lot
Put
of
an
work.
arrow over to that button, Andrew.
We would be greatly
That's a
appreciative
lot
of you.
That's a
doing
lot
that.
of work you're asking people to do.
Yeah, I know. Pushing that button, that mouse one time, that's a lot of work. But
And that 107 is great, and then that pick is just
I know,
so
it's just
different. That is
like-
so nice.
Going back to the 107, I get like cherry and almond.
I drank all of mine. I think I might want some more.
There.
Guys, don't forget, like and subscribe. Share the channel with your friends. Don't forget to check us out.
Don't forget our links down below: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Drop a comment down what you like to see, what you like the video, and also check out our OnlyDrams. And please drink responsibly.
Oh my gosh, you said
I've
it correctly.
done it! Woo!